Hello,
Hi,
Monica.
Aaron. Hi, how are you?
Good to see you. I'm good. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Maybe this is the first time I'm asking you how are you because
Yes,
our classes usually starts directly with the practice. So.
yes. What do you think
Mhm.
about that? Let's get right into it and then we'll do some salutations. What do you think about meetings with me, usually starting immediately with a practice question instead of, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? I'm good. Hi, how are you? Good. I'm good. How are you?
So I think it helped me a lot because so if you start a meeting with hello and hi, it will reduce my nervousness and anxiousness, and it will be very easy for me to answer questions. But you start directly with practice, and that helped me for my final exam, like real exam, because in the real exam there is no hi, there is no hello. Computer is not going to say anything to you. You might have just completed your reading and listening and you directly enter into speaking, so you obviously nervous. So your meetings helped me to face that similar situation so many times, so that I felt very normal during my real exam.
During the real exam. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so for all of you test takers benefiting from this, notice how she said how her Monica's focus was the real exam. She said I benefited on the real exam instead of the benefit being during the Zoom meeting with Aaron, instead of the benefit being during the video meeting with Aaron. The focus is on the real test, the test date, the test center, the real test. Excellent. Okay, great way to start this video. So congratulations, Monica.
Thank you, Aaron. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I know it wouldn't be possible without you, because I started writing my TOEFL 2 years ago. So initially, first 1.5 year, maybe until I meet you, I was not consistent. I wrote one time and again I took 6 months gap. Again, I write it one more time. So it and every time I thought, as I mentioned in my post, I thought I have a problem with grammar. I have problem with pronunciation, and I thought I need 6 months or I need a year to improve all those things, because those things cannot be improved within few, like 1 or 2 weeks or within few months. So I took a break for initial days, but I realized in none of those things are not helping me. So I thought of meeting a tutor. So I just went to YouTube and I was searching TOEFL speaking 26, and luckily I found your YouTube channel and I saw your answers and I thought those are great. And also I saw videos of pharmacists who passed like me after they met you. So I decided maybe he's the guy, he can help me. So that's why like
Started with,
subscribe to your
that's why you
yeah,
started with
started.
one meeting to
Yes,
get a
I started with
feel and make sure the things
yeah,
that you've been seeing are real. So that
real
was
or not.
good.
Yes. And I decided to do a video with you because I joined your YouTube classes after seeing other pharmacists like in real, they're real faces. That means they are real, they're not fake. So I that helped me to join your YouTube channels. I want to help. I know how, especially the pharmacists, how why they need 26, because they need 26 in speaking to qualify for FPG. And I have known so many pharmacists who are struggling to get 26. Even my friends, my colleagues, and my college mates, I know so many of them. I just wanted to help everybody because I got 26 only after few weeks, only after a few classes with you. And you helped me a lot, and you helped me other pharmacists, and I think you can help anyone
Yes.
who needs 26.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for making this video. And I think that you're saying you benefited greatly from all of the pharmacists before you who also made a video with me, making
Yes,
the
sir.
level making the level of verifiability of this passing score, of these passing scores for FPGEC's requirements, much more real. A lot of things on the internet are fake, but we're here to talk about Mounika passing. And she said that the videos that she saw with other people helped let her know that I'm real, that speaking26.com is real. And now she's really moving on to FPGEE this year. So
Yes, sir.
she's
And
making this
so,
video. Go ahead, Monica.
yeah, I just want to say one more thing. When I saw other pharmacist videos, I observed a few grammatical mistake. I observed their accent. I observed their some of their pronunciations are not right. But when I saw them, like I felt like my grammar is maybe better than them, or maybe at the same level. So that person got 26. So I at that moment I felt like maybe it's not. Maybe it's not my grammar, maybe it's with my approach towards exam. So I decided to take classes with you. So their mistakes also helped me to realize despite of my mistakes I can get 26.
Yes,
So I
excellent.
just want to say the same thing to whoever is watching this. So even though how you are not perfect in your grammar, you're not perfect with pronunciation, you don't have a fancy vocabulary, but still you can get 26, and Aaron knows the secret. And it is
Yes,
different from each and every person. So as all of your classes are personalized, I think that is the best thing to best way to help someone.
yes. Personalized classes that go over the specifics of each individual. Yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah, of course. But I know that you are doing that as a comparison to, like you say in your post, other teachers and tutors apparently don't necessarily customize their advice even during one-on-one meetings. So you brought up grammar. This reminds me of the post, and I'm going to ask you, okay, so Monica, I'm screen sharing right now. This is a post on Facebook that starts with, quote, as I don't have a Facebook account, I am attaching my post here. Monica, is this your post?
Yes, Aaron, that is my post.
Okay, great. So you and I know it is, and this is for people watching to help them understand here. Again, we are referring back to the level of verifiability of this passing score, 26, minimum 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking. So what you were just talking about right now, grammar, you reminded me of your post. You used to think it, and this was probably because of somebody else's feedback that did not help you pass. You used to think you weren't passing because of grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary. Test takers, Monica just gave you guys great advice and encouragement. It's not these things that are basic and we think are going to take a long time to improve. It can be something else, as it was in your case.
Aaron, I that's what I meant. I meant when I said that. So in my case, I in my post I have mentioned that I also took one-on-one classes with some other teacher before it happened 2 years ago. So at that time, he mentioned about my grammar, and he also said I was speaking too fast, but he never told me how to like speak in a normal pace. He never. So he always used to tell me that I speak very fast, so that is affecting my score. But he never told me how to improve that. But once I met you, you also said the same thing, but you actually showed me how to improve, like how to speak slowly and also answer within those 45 seconds or 60 seconds. So that means what I'm trying to say here is you gave practical practical tips to improve my wherever I'm lacking. So
Yeah,
that helped me a lot.
yes.
Initially, so after one class with you, like I felt so stressful because of that class. So I thought I was not 100% sure whether I should take these classes or not because I was afraid. I was already stressful because I'm not passing and I should pass. So I don't know. At that time, I didn't know what to do, but I don't have any other option. So I decided to take your classes. So for first a couple of classes, I was really stressful and I felt like that is going to decrease my confidence. But it went the other way. But after a couple of classes with you, I realized I saw. So when I was practicing alone by myself after a few meetings with you, I saw my answers were improving. I saw improvement, a significant improvement after a couple of classes. So that's the time I decided, oh, he's the one who can help you with your TOEFL.
Yes, good. So let's talk about that. When we first met, when you started with one meeting to get a feel for me before committing to a package of meetings through video calls over the internet, you were at 23 when we started, 23 on TOEFL IBT speaking. Is that correct, Monica?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay. So we started at when you were at 23 on TOEFL speaking and you ended up getting more than 26. You got
Yes.
27 on TOEFL IBT speaking. Great.
Mhm.
So you said that after the first meeting, you weren't sure if you were going to continue with me because you felt a little bit of stress that
Yes,
you
sir.
pressure that I put people, just like I say on my website in the payment terms, you felt the pressure that I put on people, that I choose to put on people intentionally to prepare us for the test. Again, going back to what Monica said earlier, we're not focused, the Zoom meetings are not for the Zoom meetings. The Zoom, the video meetings are not for the video meetings. The video meetings are for the real test. So there's the difference. I'm glad Monica was able to make that distinction, and hopefully her advice in this video helps those of you who are also thinking about that. I am not a good fit for 100% of test takers. On a separate note, on a completely separate note, not all test takers are going to pass. That's not how I want it to be. In fact, realize that I'm helping to make that situation a lot better. So the reality that we're dealing with is in order to pass your tests, one of the ways that I help you guys is by putting pressure on you because the test puts pressure on you. So Monica, when you said that about 2 minutes ago, it reminds me of something that you told me you would tell yourself before joining, right before starting the video meeting.
Our meetings, yes.
Go ahead. Do you
So,
want to
right.
talk about that?
So after a couple of meetings with you, I realized you are trying to help me, but it's not like it, but you are putting so much pressure and so you want me to maintain the same energy like you, but it's not easy for me because I'm not used to do it. So initially I was so stressful, but after a few meetings, I realized that you are doing all those things to help me. So from then, whenever I need to join a meeting with you, so just before our meeting, I tell myself I'm going to join Aaron meeting. Whatever he's going to do in that meeting, it is only so he's doing that only to help me, not for any
Yes.
other reason. So I tell myself I breathe in and I breathe out, like I take slow a few breaths before I take your like I join meeting and I join. So that helps me to realize, like I constantly say whatever you say. Some things I do like them, some things I don't like them. But I realize, like I remind myself that Aaron said that thing because he thinks that he thought that that is going to help me. So that's why he said that. So how can I use that? How can I implement that? How can I take that advice and improve my score? So once I started thinking like that, it was so easy for me because when someone is doing all those things to help you,
Mm.
so you don't take it personally, you take it as a challenge, and you use that advice and you make best out of it. So that is the same advice I'm gonna give everyone. So if you feel stressful, it's he's just trying to help you, and that's just remember that the stress is going to help you to get 26 in your real test. So you
Was it
need it.
worth
You
it?
actually need it. Yeah, it's worth it, and you need it.
It's worth it and you need it. That's right.
Mhm.
I'm here for passing scores. I'm here for verifiable 26s on TOEFL IBT speaking. I'm not here for safe, easy, general convert. We're here to pass this very difficult and important test. So, Monica, when you're saying the words like stressful, I'm thinking part of me is, oh man, I'm worried. The people listening to this aren't going to want to have meetings with me for speaking 26. Monica's saying it's stressful. But then the other part of me says, Aaron, you don't want all of the students. Not everybody's going to pass. Not everybody is making the mature decisions to pass. Aaron, when Monica says it was stressful, you only want the test takers who are continuing to listen to her when she says, I needed that. That's what helped me go from 23 to 27 when other people did not help me pass.
Yes, that is true, Aaron. I really needed it because of your force. So there were some days I was not fully energized. I was not feeling good, but still I maintained same energy because you want. I know you wanted me to do that, and you are maintaining the same thing. So that energy helped me to get 20. So in the past few weeks, I didn't make big changes in my grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary. I didn't change anything at all. I only followed a few suggestions from you, which helped me to deliver my answer in a better way. That's it. That's all I did in the past few weeks, and uh, that gave me a score of 27, and none of my friends believed me. So when I was taking this exam, when I was taking classes with you, they thought I'm wasting my time because they knew. Everybody knew how difficult it is to get 26 in TOEFL speaking. So they thought I'm wasting my time, but I really want to do that. So I thought of deciding to invest my time, my money, and everything on this. And see, even
Yes.
I was surprised when I got 27. After a few meetings with you, I realized that I'm improving a lot. So that instantly boosted my confidence. So even though everybody around me is thinking that I'm wasting my time, only myself know that I'm improving because when I was practicing by myself, when I was recording myself, I could really see a significant improvement. So that's the time. So I thought even though I didn't get 25, I thought even though I didn't get 26 this time, I told myself I'm gonna pass this exam before end of the May. So whatever it takes, so my confidence levels were increased so much. So I thought that's fine. If I don't get 26 in this exam, I will definitely get next time.
Okay, test takers, I want you guys to benefit from something that Monica just shared with you. You heard her say that her friends, not her enemies, her friends, the people who care about her and want good things for her future, were doubting her decision making to take meetings with me. Maybe it's a waste of your time. Maybe it's a waste of your money. Maybe it's too expensive. The test takers listening to this and watching this who can't wait to finish their TOEFL also and are looking and listening to Monica right now, they know it was not a waste of her time. They know it was not a waste of her money. Monica, those friends who you were talking about who love you, are they TOEFL test takers?
Yeah, actually, only one of them took TOEFL a couple of times, but
Most of them are not.
most of them are not. Yes.
Most of them are not TOEFL test takers, yet they feel that they are knowledgeable enough to tell you about the TOEFL. The people who
Yes.
care about you and want good things for you. Interesting. I know a lot of the test takers listening to this will benefit from what you just shared. So you guys have to
But
be, go ahead, Monica.
no, no, I just want to add one thing. But people who are with me, for instance, my husband, he saw me practicing every day, and he also told me that after a couple of meetings with you, he told me that I'm improving. He could see improvement because sometimes I used to practice with him. So I force him to ask me a few of independent questions and time myself. So I just do a few things like that. So after a couple of meetings, he also believed you because he saw a significant improvement. So he said, "Oh, you did a good thing." After I complete my exam, I thought I might pass or I might not pass because I thought I didn't do a good job in speaking question three. So I thought that might decrease my score. But at the same time, I told myself it's okay. Maybe you didn't do good this time. You can schedule one more exam next week. But when I told my husband the same thing, he said, I think you will pass this time because I saw your answers, I saw your practice. So I believe you will pass."
He knew it was gonna, he knew it was happening. He could tell, he could hear the
Yeah.
improvements.
Yeah, because he could hear the improvement. Exactly.
Your best advice on delivery. They probably want to know, what did you focus on? What suggestions did Aaron from speaking26.com give you to focus and improve on delivery?
So I vividly remember in our first meeting, you mentioned that I have to be confident and I have to speak in firm and assertive manner. At that time, I didn't know what that exactly is. But so whenever I used to give my answers, I'm just trying to sound very normal. I also give my answers in a very normal, low frequency voice. Maybe I used to be louder, but I'm not confident. So after I met you, whenever I listen your answers, I could see the difference. I could tell that I could hear confidence in your voice, but my answers in my voice, there was no confidence before I met you. But you gave me same advice a couple of times. You told me I have to be firm. You told me I have to be assertive. I have to speak confident. But initially, I didn't get that. But after a couple of meetings with you, I started doing whatever you are doing. So I started imitating you. I just wanna answer. I just wanna deliver the same way how you did. So once I started doing that, I saw how my answers were improved instantly. So that's when I realized, okay, that's what he's talking about. So from then I constantly saying myself, so I have to speak like that. I have to I have to be confident when whatever I'm saying.
Yes,
So
firm
that
and
is one
assertive.
aspect. Yeah, that is one aspect of delivery. So the real problem was not I will. The real problem is for me is not a conference. The real problem was exactly I used to practice a lot before I met you, and it is very difficult for me to change all those habits. So I used to answer in one manner. So after I met you, you immediately said that's not the way. So now I have to answer in a different way. And the difficult problem is not answering the way how you told me, but the difficult problem is to change my habit. So whenever I was doing any practice step, test or whenever I was joining meetings with you. So instead that because of that stress, because of that anxiousness, I used to follow my old habits because that is very easy. But so all these meetings, what you did is you changed my habits, which helped me to get 27.
Excellent. Okay, great. I helped you to change your
So
habits, which
if someone meets you before they start their TOEFL preparation, maybe that will helpful for them because you don't have any habits. So you can they can start following you from day one. That will help me to get their score immediately.
yes, I see what you're saying. Thank you for encouraging people to start with my way first so that they don't develop bad low scoring habits, which then takes longer. We don't, unfortunately, it takes longer than just one day to get rid of old habits. So thank you for
Yes.
encouraging people to start with my recommendations sooner. I want to go back to firm and assertive because when the test takers hear you, Mounika, giving them the advice to delivery from TOEFL's speaking rubrics, delivery, when you give people advice to deliver more confidently, they it's natural for them to think, what do you mean? What do you mean? Should I just fake sounding confident, fake delivering like how can I deliver more confidently? So I'm glad, Mounika, that you also said firm and assertive. One way, Mounika, maybe you can talk about this to the test takers listening and watching. One way that I helped Mounika to speak firmer and more assertively to score higher on TOEFL's delivery was by asking her to introduce a topic to me that she knew herself to be more of an expert than I am. And here we go. Let's see if I pronounce it correctly or incorrectly again. Etiology.
Etiology.
All right, all right. When I answered Monica's question, her random surprise question to me about etiology, she saw me, she heard and saw me delivering firmly and assertively, even though I don't have a PhD in pharmacology, in science. Mounika, could you remember something about that to help the test takers deliver with more confidence in a way that helps them to finish their TOEFL?
And so first I would say you helped me to improve my delivery in two ways. So as every test taker knew that there are three sections in scoring rubrics: delivery, language use, and topic development. I always thought that I have to improve my language use. That is the only reason why I'm not getting 26. But the truth is, once I improved my delivery and topic development, I got 27. So the thing is, first, it was difficult for me to answer confidently because the main culprit is templates. So I used to use templates, and in templates, I have to use a few sentences, and I have to follow a constant way. You know what happened? I always focus on using those templates to answer that question. So every time I end up, not every time, most of the times I end up not answering or not summarizing everything in those 60 seconds, and that always decreases my confidence. So I always take pauses, and sometimes I speak so fast still I couldn't complete my answer. So when you told me that I can use my natural speaking abilities to get 26, so initially I was skeptical. Even though you gave me that advice, I used to use templates. But after a few classes with you, I decided not to use them at all. So I saw a significant improvement at that time, because when you use your natural speaking abilities, you just it's like you're just answering what you know. So that helps you to speak confidently. So that is
Excellent.
the one way. And the other way how you helped me is you told me to speak clearly. You asked me to stress each and every word so that the anyone can hear me very clearly. So those two things helped me to improve my delivery a lot.
Nice. I remember that. Very, very good advice
And
to share.
when I heard your answer of etiology, so you were you don't know how to pronounce that word, and you are listening. So you asked me to give a lecture about a topic for I think around 1 minute to 2 minutes. So when I gave the lecture, you just uh, took 30 seconds to prepare, and you gave your answer within the 60 seconds. So you you didn't know how to pronounce etiology correctly, but still, even though you are struggling with that word, you still gave your answer with utmost confidence. So that made me realize how important to improve daily. So because at that time, even though you didn't pronounce it etiology correctly, I liked your answer. I thought it's perfect. So all
All
those
right.
things helped me. So it's not one thing. It's so many things led me to here.
Yes, that's great. Okay. Thank you for bringing up templates. The test takers listening and watching saw how that came up naturally and that Monica chose to bring that up. You guys just heard Monica say, let me make sure I got this correctly, Monica. You got rid of templates structure completely. Did you say that? Is that correct?
Yes, completely. Completely. So initially, even though after I got the same advice from you so many times, I still used to use templates because I that is the easy way to do things. I felt that is the easy way because I'm used to do that. But once I stopped using templates completely, I realized how easy it is to answer everything in those 60 seconds. So the real problem is if you use any templates, you try to answer each and every question in a same manner, in a same way. But the thing is here questions are similar. They're not exactly same. They're not 100% same. So all you have to do is you have to answer according to the question. You have to focus on the question. So every other YouTuber says that all speaking question twos are same. All the task threes are same. Yes, the format is same. The questions are similar. Those are not same. So the thing you have to do is you have to answer according to the question, not according. You don't like imagine, or you don't have to think that I can answer everything in a same way. That's not how it works. So if you try to answer their question by using your natural speaking abilities, that is the best way to get 26 or and above. And that's what I did exactly.
You were saying natural speaking ability. Can I ask you to continue with that?
Yes, I used to think that templates can help me to answer better so that I can complete my answer very easily. So I always used to use my templates even despite of giving me the same advice so many times. And it was so difficult for me to get rid of those old habits. But once I forced to answer not using templates. Initial a couple of answers, those were bad compared to my previous answers. But once after I started answering without templates consistently, I could see improvement. And that is when, so whenever I before that, whenever I answer a question by using templates, even myself, I when I heard the answer, I always feel like no, my answer is not complete. Something is missing in my answer. But
Wow.
once I stopped using those templates, I realized then whenever I hear my answer, even though that's not perfect, I think I always feel like I answered almost all of it.
Wow, interesting. Even before you had a feeling, there was at least a small suspicion that, as you just said, something's missing.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Whenever so even though I answer perfectly without any pause, without any delays or any pronunciation mistakes, even though whenever I use templates, I feel like my answer is not complete. I didn't answer it completely, because if you have to use template, you have to follow a certain manner, and you have to use a few sentences, and those are going to take some time out of those 60 seconds, which are unnecessary.
Yes. Okay, amazing. Thank you, Monica. I'm going to take this good thing that you just said and give advice to the test takers. Monica said easy, easier. And then earlier she said stress, stressful, which refers to the pressure I on purpose put on people that I'm helping to finish their test, because the real test puts pressure on them, whether they like it or not. Monica, when you say easy and when the test takers are hearing you talk about speaking templates, a speaking structure, or whatever term people want to start using next that means the same thing, test takers, you might have a strong desire to do the easy thing, speaking templates and a structure, but I thought we were here to pass. How many more times are you going to try the easy thing, not pass, feel bad, feel sad, recover, take the test again, try the test again, hope to get easier questions? How many times are you going to try that easy way? I will agree that the ways that Monica just talked about are easier, but I didn't think we were here for easier. I thought we were here to pass, to get 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking and finish the TOEFL. This is why she's giving you the advice that when as she said, when she got rid of when she got rid of her speaking templates completely for all four of the speaking sections questions, she got 27 on TOEFL IBT speaking. So instead of me giving people easy structure, easy templates, no, I don't believe that. And this is why, forget what Aaron believes, this is why I've shown the most verifiable 26s on TOEFL IBT speaking. And to hear her say that at first it was hard to deal with the pressure that I put in the video meetings, but did you hear what she said? That helped her pass. I think she even said she needed it. It was worth it, and that's what she needed to pass. So some of you listening to this are mature enough to hear the wisdom in that advice. Others are not mature enough. You're going to focus on the stress part, and maybe it's going to take you a few more tests before you're more open-minded to Monica's advice and my advice. Thank you, Monica. If you'd like to say anything about that, feel welcome to. Otherwise, I'd like to ask you about at least one more thing. You live streamed practice answers with me to TOEFL IBT speaking question number 1.
The main purpose behind that video is to educate other students that everyone has their own way. Okay. But just go like stick with someone. Believe me, like the templates, maybe some people will get the 26 using templates, but it's not because they use the strict template, the templates as it is. It's because they had their own, they developed their own fluency that could overcome the structure of that template.
A person that you can see and hear, the speaking templates are wrong. Because to get 26 on speak, and when you see somebody who did get 26 on speaking or above, and they tell you they used a speaking template, they did not get 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking because of the speaking template. No, they got 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking in spite of the limiting nature of the speaking template. They got 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking because their speaking fluency was so good, is so good, that it was able to overcome the limiting structure that is speaking templates.
I never got 26 using AI website.
Okay, but you did on the real test after meetings with me.
Yeah.
If you want to see more videos with people giving you their best advice on how they got their 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking, you can watch that YouTube playlist. It's connected to this video, and you can find it by searching for TOEFL IBT Speaking 26. You can also find it by going through speaking26.com. These are people who before were not getting 26 on TOEFL speaking, and after did get 26 and pass their tests. I asked them, hey, can you give your best advice to people who are still taking the test? How did you go from not passing to passing?
When I read about the TOEFL exam, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, okay, straightforward thing. It's an English exam. How difficult can it be?
The pharmacy board needs specifically 26 in speaking.
I used to change the template. Maybe this is more advanced, so I will use this the next exam, and I try to practice this for maybe a month or two to be able to master it, to say it without thinking. Every time I found myself getting maybe less score or the same score. It doesn't make any difference to just change the templates and use different introductory words. It didn't make any difference for me. Some of my friends advised me to start taking sessions with you.
This helped me in passing my TOEFL exam. Erin helped me to pass and get 26.
Erin, actually, any words will not be enough. But really, I'm very thankful.
26 in speaking, and I finally got it, and I'm so excited to get to the next step in my pharmacist license.
Look at my accent, look at people who got 26. So just surround yourself with people who motivate you.
Look, I passed. That bit that's missing is probably the most important bit to get you to 26.
Yes.
And that's the bit where Aaron, I felt, helped me realize where I was going wrong. And that bit where I was going wrong, I think it goes for everyone. It doesn't matter whether you speak English is your first language or not. That bit that was missing is something everyone really needs to understand in order to get that 26.
Once you are in the level that you need to become advanced in order to get the 26, you need to get rid of the templates.
Template will hinder your ability to deliver the question, because it shows that you are reading something, or you are not speaking, you are reading.
I was using completely different template or different way. I started to apply your way, and once I started to practice your way, it's easy for me.
That was really good for me. It really helps me, because with this in my mind, I could speak faster, and because I was confident.
It's challenging, but after you pass it, the feeling of victory, it's worth it.
As English is my first language, I thought the speaking templates would be enough to get me the 26 that I needed. Unfortunately, it wasn't, and I only scored a 23. Your lack of getting 26 is not due to your speaking ability. It has been due to your less than optimal strategy. Get rid of the training wheels.
The templates the templates were like, oh my God, why did they create those templates?
Aaron, you are a big helpful for students like us. We need somebody to like stir revolution in our heart inside, give life to our conversation, and this will never happen through other sites like they have exact traditional pattern, the template, first, second. For example, don't say for example the second time, for instance, really. And like robot, I felt myself without life. I don't have the freedom to speak.
You don't have to worry that much about how can I mention 2 reasons with 2 details or 2 examples. It's too much for me. You help students to increase their fluency.
Instead of following that speaking template or any other speaking template, trust your fluency.
For the students who are taking with you, trust this guy. He's amazing. He will shift or improve your level as soon as possible.
Like this, jump my score from 23 to 26, like this. How many hours I took with you? 5. Look at this. 5 hours in 2 weeks. I passed my test.
I was surprised that I passed after 5 sessions together.
I hope you keep inspiring and helping more pharmacists and more other students to achieve their goal and become professionals here in the United States.
If I had just, found you earlier.
For people who's really, they have concern and they need to do it very fast, go to the original, the source of help.
Go to Aaron. He's the guy. He was the guy for me. And hopefully he's the guy for you. And he'll set you straight. He'll tell you what you need to do to get that 26